Shalom Israel, Shalom, Shalom. Brother Benjamin Youngwolf, back with another video. Of course, I'm going to give all praise to Yahweh, Ba'ashima Mashiach Komlak Yahushai, Yahweh who the world ignorantly calls God, and Yahweh Shai who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. Right? And the topic of this video, right, for the spirit is going to be on adultery. Right? The title of this video is going to be adultery. Because what? We got to touch on stuff like that, because you got a lot of brothers and sisters going through situations like that, you know. So adultery. So first, let's go to the classic. Let's go to Exodus chapter 20 and verse 14, right? Exodus chapter 20 and 14. Salakia. This is the book of Exodus chapter 20 and verse 14. Thou shalt not commit adultery. What did the Lord say? Thou shalt not commit adultery. Right? And what is adultery? Because you got people, you know, people might not know what adultery means. So let's get the definition of adultery. So bear with me. Right? Adultery. It reads, voluntarily sexual intercourse between a married person, right, and a person who is not his or her spouse. Right? She was committing adultery, whatever. But the point is that it says that adultery is like basically, if I'm married, right? I have a wife, right? I have a wife, right? I'm a married man. If I go lay down with another brother's wife, I have committed adultery, right? That's committing an adultery, sleeping with another man's wife, right? It's the other way. Like if a sister is married and she sleeps with another sister's husband, she has committed adultery as well. So it's the other way around, right? So that's what you do by committing adultery, sleeping with another man's wife, or a sister is sleeping with another sister's husband, right? Let's read that again. Adultery, voluntarily sexual intercourse between a married person and the person who is not his or her spouse. So that's what the word adultery is going into, right? Let's read that again. Classic, Exodus chapter 20 verse 14. Thou shalt not commit adultery, right? Let's get another precept. So bear with me 1 second. Let's go to the book of Leviticus chapter 20. Leviticus chapter 20 and verse 10. This is the book of Leviticus chapter 20 and verse 10, and it reads this: and the man that committeth adultery with another man's wife, even he that committeth adultery with his neighbor's wife, the adulterer and the adulteress shall surely be put to death. Right? He didn't say maybe. The Lord didn't say might. You know, he said shall surely be put to death. Right? So if it says and the man that committeth adultery with another man's wife, even he that committeth adultery with his neighbor's wife. So that's what it's going to use. A brother sleeping with another man's wife is committing adultery, and that's a sin according to the Lord, right? Because we so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, we're not supposed to be committing adultery, because what? It's a sin in the Most High and Yahweh Shai's eyes, right? So we have to get out of that state and all that sin that we are committing, right? Let's read that again. Leviticus chapter 20 and verse 10. And the man that committeth adultery with another man's wife, even he that committeth adultery with his neighbor's wife, the adulterer and the adulteress shall surely be put to death. Right? So if you keep committing adultery, right, you don't repent, right, and you keep sinning, committing adultery with another man's wife, right, lusting after another man's wife, the Lord is gonna kill you, man. Because why? That's not your wife, right? That sister belongs to another brother, right? And that's you disrespecting your own brother, right? That shows that you don't have no respect for your own brother. Because why? You're sleeping with his wife, and that's a sin according to the Holy Bible. Thus save the Lord, right? Let's get another precept. Salakia for the background noises and Satan. Salakia, let me get Salakia, baby, for 1 second. Slack it. Let's go to Luke chapter 18 and verse 20. Right? This is the book of Luke chapter 18 and verse 20. Thou knowest the commandments. Do not commit adultery. Do not kill. Do not steal. Do not bear false witness against. Slack it. Do not bear false witness. Honor thy father and thy mother. So it says that thou knowest the commandments, right? You know the commandments. Do not commit adultery. So why are you still committing adultery, right? Because you got brothers, they know the law, but yet they still break the law, right? And the Most High is gonna kill you if you don't repent, right? If you don't come out of that sin, right? Let's read that again. Luke chapter 18 verse 20. Thou knowest the commandments. Do not commit adultery. Do not kill. Do not steal. Do not bear false witness. Honor thy father and thy mother. Straight like that. Next precept. Right? So we gotta get into stuff like that in these last days. Because time is running out. And we gotta get right with the Most High and Yahushua in this end of times. Slack it, bear with me 1 second. Slack it. Let's go to the book. This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 5 and 18. Classic again. Neither shalt thou commit adultery. Right? It's all throughout the Bible. Do not steal, do not commit adultery. Right? Right? Do not sleep with another man's wife. Sisters, do not sleep with another sister's husband. Right? Right? That's showing you the sister has no respect for that sister. You sleeping with a sister's man, her husband, behind her back, right? Right? You thinking the sister is cool, right? She talks to you nice every time she comes to camp, call me a shalom, you know. But yet still, behind your back, she's sleeping with your husband, and that's a sin according to the Bible, right? You cannot commit adultery, right? Let's get another precept. So let's go to the book of Matthew. Come on, bear with me 1 second. Come on. This is the book of Matthew, chapter 5 and verse 27. And it reads this. Ye have heard that it was said by them of old time, Thou shalt not commit adultery. What the Lord say? Thou shalt not commit adultery. Right? The Lord said you're not supposed to commit adultery. Right? That's it. Right? There's no if, there's no buts. You're not supposed to, because it's a sin according to the Bible. Right? And you're just going to get yourself destroyed as time goes by. Right? Let's do that again. Matthew chapter 5 and verse 27. Ye have heard that it was said by them of old time, Thou shalt not commit adultery. Right? Straight like that. Right? Plain. Another precept. I believe I'm on Matthew. I believe it's 19. So like a 19 and 9. So like wait for 1 second. This is the book of Matthew, chapter 19. It's like here. Matthew chapter 19 and verse 9. When I say unto you, whosoever shall put away his wife, except it be for fornication, and shall marry another, committeth adultery. And whosoever marrieth her which is put away, doeth commit adultery. Right? So he's saying that whosoever put away his wife, right, except it be for fornication, right, that's gonna cause your wife to commit adultery. Why? Because the next man that's gonna be with her, that's gonna marry that sister in a sense, right? That man committed adultery as well. Because why? He's sleeping with your wife, right? And you're still alive, right? You're still in the land of the living. You're still breathing. So that means that man that took your wife, right? That man has committed adultery as well. That's what he's saying. He says, and I say unto you, whosoever shall put away his wife. So if you put away a wife, except it be for fornication, right? Fornication. And shall marry another, right? Committeth adultery. And whosoever, so you putting away your wife for fornication is not, is still it's adultery. And that wife, right, whoever, which man married that sister, that man has committed adultery as well, right? And the sister, because what, that sister is already taken, right? But she sleeping with another man, and that caused her as well to commit adultery with that man, right? So that's what it's going into, right? Like if I go sleep with another brother's wife, that's adultery, right? So that's what it's going into. Matthew chapter 9 and verse, so like Matthew chapter 19 and verse 9, right? Yeah, so you're not supposed to commit adultery, right? And that's what it is. Let's get another precept for this. Okay, let's go to the book. We're gonna stay in Matthew. So like I beat it at 32. This is the book of Matthew, chapter 5 and verse 32. But I say unto you, that whosoever shall put away his wife, saving for the cause of fornication, causeth her to commit adultery. And whosoever shall marry her that is divorced, committeth adultery. So it's saying that, let's read it again. But I say unto you, that whosoever shall put away his wife, saving for the cause of fornication. So if you put away your wife, you get rid of your wife, it's like your wife, your rib, just for the cause of fornication, right? You get rid of her. Because it's going to cause her, your wife, right? It's going to cause her to commit adultery. Because why? She's going to go sleep with another man. And she's going to commit adultery, right? So she's committed adultery because you left her for the cause of fornication, doing fornication and stuff. So that means that sister, your wife, when she goes to be with another man, she has committed adultery, right? That's what he's saying. It's saving for the cause of fornication, causeth her to commit adultery. And he says, reading on, he says, and whosoever shall marry her, so whoever that's going to marry that sister that you put away, right, that is divorced, committed adultery. So that man that with the sister, your wife, or the sister that you was with, both of them is committing adultery at the end of the day, right? So that's what it goes into, right? That's what adultery is at the end of the day, right? Even you lusting at a woman, right? Like you walking on the street, you don't know if that woman is taken, that that Eve is taken, or if she's married. But you have some brothers that look at lust after sisters, and right here, and they're thinking of all kind of thoughts in their mind, thinking about all kind of sex and all kind of that's what comes to their mind. So just by you thinking of stuff like that, you picture the sister undressed, right? And that's why you really want her, right? That's adultery too, right? Fornication, all that links up. You know what I'm saying? That's what it goes back into, right? So that's why it's saying, thou shalt not commit adultery, right? We gotta stay away from sin in the last days, right? So let's go to the book of Hebrews. So I believe our Hebrews 13, 4. This is the book of Hebrews, classic. Hebrews chapter 13 and verse 4. Marriage is honorable in all, and the bed undefiled, but whoremongers and adulterers God will judge, right? So the Most High is going to judge you if you commit adultery, right? Don't think you committed adultery 5 years ago, and till this day you say, oh, the Lord hasn't judged me yet. No, the Most High, the Most High, your time is not the Most High time. The Most High moves different, right? Eventually, don't think that the Most High is not going to judge you. Eventually, He's going to judge you, right? Because some brothers, like, if they commit adultery today, they're going to expect the Most High to judge them today. No. When the Most High is ready to judge you for all the sin you have committed, right? The sin you keeping doing adultery and all kind of stuff like that, all wickedness and folly, the Most High is going to catch up with you, right? Don't think that the Most High, forgot about it, or he didn't pay attention. No, 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 no. He says, but whoremongers and adulterers, Yahweh will judge. Will judge, not might judge, will judge. So, brothers and sisters, like if you know, you battling with stuff like that, we gotta get out of that, man. Especially in the times we're living in, we gotta get ourselves right. Stop coming in adultery, right? And get ourselves right in these last days, so that we could be, so that Yahweh Bashim Yahushai could have mercy on us and save us in these last days, right? And with that, I hope this video was edifying for the spirit, right? Lord willing, I'll be back with another video, right? Benjamin Youngwolf signing out, and keep the Lord's 10 commandments, right? As the Israelites, so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native American men, women, and child, we need to repent in these last days, right? And the Most High is coming and save the elect and the 144,000. If you're not part of that number, you're just gonna die in the land of the living, right? So we gotta pray more, beg the Lord for mercy, continue to fast, continue to go on the highways and byways, continue to celebrate feast days, new moon, continue to give alms, check on brothers, check on the congregation, make sure everybody's right, support the congregation, check on brothers, pray for the congregation in this last day. That's what we're supposed to be doing. Do all that we can to magnify Yahweh by Shema Mashiach Komalach Yahushai, right? We gotta put away sin, right? Beg the Lord for mercy, right? Put away all these worldly activities, right? Get ourselves together, right? So we could be saved when Yahushai make his second coming. And with that, I want to give all praise to Yahweh, Ba'ashima Mashiach Komalak Yahushai, death to America, Hom Yashala, Shalom.